Welcome everyone. Well, here we are, day 20. Congratulations for all those that have been following my threads. Um, and yeah, so I'm creating day 20 right now, and it was wonderful how I asked the universe and God and to inspire me to talk about the next Buddha quote or Buddha, yeah, just something that gives us wonderful inspiration and a life and purpose, and just to be in alignment with our life purposes. And today, I'm going to be talking about trust. Uh, how do we how do we deal with trust? And what would the Buddha say about that? So yeah, trust is kind of everything, and I'm going to leave a few photos also with the short video. But just what do we know about trust? Um, well, in these little photos, we have like trust the process, trust the path that we're moving on, trust ourselves. Um, but trusting ourselves, we can actually save ourselves. And when you look at enjoying a rich life without too much attachments or too much getting involved and or having getting robbed of your energy, I think you have to look at, if there is no trust, then there is no respect. So respect equals trust, and sometimes when we trust, we need to have no doubt. The Buddha would say, "Have no doubt when you trust." And there's only two things will happen from having no doubt. You'll either get a life lesson or you get a life friend, a friend for life. Um, but also, I want to cover things like what would happen if we tossed a coin? What would happen if we lived a life without trust? Yeah, what would happen? How would we feel if we lived a life without trust? Not trusting the environment, not trusting the process. Um, would that create a lot of anxiety in our life? Why don't we trust? Um, I was talking to one of my other coachees, and she said that she didn't trust because her past experiences, which caused her to be cynical in life. And I'm thinking that is a state of lackness. And the moment we are thinking, when we the moment something happens or a circumstance happens in life, then we go into this state of lackness, and then this is what we're attracting. It's coming back, and it's kind of yeah. So whatever we are thinking, whatever we're giving is an energy. So if our state is lackness because of our insecurities of past experiences, we find that yeah, it kind of works against us, and we don't go in the abundance. So as you know, this course about this 12 days journey has been about abundant spirituality through the studies and philosophies of Buddha, and they've been an eye opener. And if you follow the days, you'll find that the key enriching information there, very simple, very well researched, and co-authored, and there's been a lot of wonderful research in that. So yeah. So having said that, now I'm moving a little bit something to different. I'll kind of also want to talk about push in life, getting your life in alignment with life. Life is always pulling us towards our alignment, our true purpose. But there is also the ego that's pushing us towards something that we shouldn't be doing, but we do it because of our thinking of our lackness, thinking of our insecurities, thinking about there's not enough, always struggling because we have this craving, which is craving is the cause of our human suffering. And the moment we come out of this craving and detach from our cravings, and things will start opening up for me, or you, or anyone else out there listening to this broadcast. So yeah, How do we stop craving as much? I know we can't, life is attachments, but how can we stop craving? Um, for me, an example of craving is that only a while back, about 2 months ago, I was out of work or had lack of work, and being self-employed, I felt scarce, I felt insecure, and so when work did happen for me, and it came in floods, especially my industry, and coaching, also instructing, driver instructing. So, and everyone wants to drive because we're in confined area and restricted to movement. So all we have is cars. So this industry is kind of, our industry, my industry, has kind of evolved and really picked up. It's getting to a point where it's unmanageable. But what I figured out is I couldn't let it go because of the scarcity feeling. So I was attached to that scarcity, and I couldn't. And I've taken on more students than I can handle, and I felt my balance. I was out of balance. I was not in line. So I felt pushed, self-push. I actually created that myself. But now I'm going back to my pool, and I'm reworking it, remanaging. I actually spoke to one of my coaches, and it was enlightening because it made me see a different perspective to where I was. So I'm working with something that is, I don't want to feel too attracted or too attached or too much craving towards just working, but I want to have a balanced workspace. So having said that, it's a good example of life balance, pull push in life. So whatever pulls you is a good thing. If something's pulling, you can be doing some of that forever. But if you felt pushed, you don't want that. You're not in line with that. So, so that's a good thing about the Buddhist strategy, is that pull push, and I trust the process, feel the pull, and be just do stuff that you're pulled towards, and invest your energy towards being pulled towards something that's going to be nurturing, self-fulfilling. Having said all that, that's I just want to congratulate you, whoever's following this thread. Once again, where this day we're celebrating that with just with day 20, and congratulations for following this. If you like this, what I've said, please like it, pass it on. Let's spread the Buddha philosophy. It is a philosophy for me, and it's a great way to live. And that's actually evolved, and I'm actually doing the next course at the moment. It's called Detoxing the Body, and the journey of 21 days of rechanging the habit into vegetarian, creating the habit of becoming a vegetarian, a vegan. At the moment, I'm on detox, which is totally vegetarian, and only using plant-based food, restricting my diaries, and it's really interesting, the mindset we need to create this, because they're trying to break the old habits of feeding on meat and all that stuff. So cutting down and really seeing the improvements, the energy, the shifts in life, and so that's been my journey. That's been involved from 21. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is a 20-day shift towards first veganism, then vegetarian, then vegans, and then moving it for 21 days and see what happens from there. So if you feel pulled towards some life coaching, or if you know someone that needs some life coaching in health and holistic health and fitness coaching, please keep me in mind. And otherwise, just have a fantastic day and keep in alignment and keep getting pulled towards your desires in a nice desire that's going to give you fulfilling. So ciao from me, and all the best.